So this video is going to be very interesting. I'm going to be talking about 21 Savage and all of his characters, and then I'll be talking about Nas and all of his characters at the very end of this video. So make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. I will also be talking about the Nas and 21 Savage beef at the end of this video because those two characters are heavily connected. You guys will see that their beef was 100% scripted. But before we get into all of that, let's talk about 21 Savage's base character because, as you guys can see by this comparison right here, it's very easy to see the resemblance between Damon Wayans and 21 Savage because Damon Wayans is the base character for 21 Savage and all the other characters in this video. And Damon Wayans has 6 characters, so I'll be exposing all of them in this video. So before I get into it, make sure you guys drop a like, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. You know, that really helps the channel reach new people that need to see this so we can keep spreading awareness to as many people as possible. So right here, 21 Savage and Damon Wayans look so much alike. The most obvious similarity with these characters is their eyes and the nose. You're going to see throughout this video that all of Damon Wayans' characters have the same pointy nose and the same eyes as well. And the funny thing about this comparison right here is the fact that this picture of Damon Wayans is from a movie called Major Payne, and in the movie he has a couple gold teeth, so that makes him look even more like 21 Savage because right here 21 Savage has gold teeth. So these two characters look so much alike right here. It's like they made 21 Savage's character out of this character that Damon Wayans has in Major Payne because he looks so much like him in Major Payne. So now let's get into some connections. So Damon Wayans' real name is Damon Kyle Wayans, and 21 Savage's real name is Shea bin Abraham Joseph. And this is a very weird name, especially for someone that was born in the UK. You know, this should really show you guys that 21 Savage is a character on the world stage, but I'll talk about that later on. So Damon Wayans' real name equals 57, and 21 Savage's real name equals 57 as well. So that's a big connection with these characters. You know, not only do they look extremely similar, but they have the same gematria. Now let's get into the next character, which is T.I, because as you guys can see by this comparison, T.I looks exactly like Damon Wayans. He's just a lighter version, and like I said, all of these characters have that same pointy nose and the same eyes, so that's how you can really see the resemblance. And T.I.'s real name is Clifford Joseph Harris. So Damon equals 88, and Clifford Harris, which is T.I.'s real name, also equals 88. So these two characters are also connected in many ways because, again, Damon equals 25 and T.I equals 25. So clearly these two characters are the same as well. Now I want to show you guys this video of Damon Wayans in Living in Color because there's a scene where he's talking and it's going to remind you a lot of T.I because Damon Wayans and T.I have the same mannerisms. You know, this character that Damon Wayans is playing in Living in Color talks exactly like T.I. So I'm going to play the video for you guys right now. And keep in mind that this is a deepfaked video. You know, somebody deepfaked T.I.'s face and mixed it with Damon Wayans' face. So that's why when you're watching this video, you're going to notice that he looks exactly like T.I.
Internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate the crux of my affection. Now, if I may retain my liquids here for one moment.
So that was a really trippy video because it's Damon Wayans talking, but they merged T.I.'s face into Damon Wayans. So it's a really trippy video because it's hard to tell who you're looking at, especially considering the fact that they look the same, but also because of the mannerisms. You know, T.I.'s mannerisms are exactly like Damon Wayans in that clip. But anyways, now that we talked about 21 Savage and T.I being characters of Damon Wayans, let's compare them as well because these two characters are based off of Damon Wayans, so that's why they look alike as well. Right here, T.I and 21 Savage look exactly alike, especially the nose, man. They have a very strange nose that you can spot a mile away, so that's why this one is very easy to see. So here's another really good comparison. It's crazy how similar these characters look. Now let's get into a big connection because Joseph is T.I.'s middle name, right? And Joseph is 21 Savage's last name. So these two characters share the same name, Joseph, in their real name. And to top it off, 21 Savage's real name and T.I.'s real name both equal 93 in the same cipher. And then T.I. is from Atlanta, Georgia. And 21 Savage was born in Newham, England, but he was raised on the east side of Atlanta, Georgia. So technically he's from Atlanta, Georgia as well. It's just that he was born in England and then he moved when he was young, I guess. So that's a big connection between these two characters. And also the fact that 21 Savage is from England should really show people that he's just a character, because why would he be born in Newham, England, but raised on the east side of Atlanta in the hood? You know what I mean? Like, this storyline doesn't make any sense. And right here it even says that 21 Savage comes from a background of poverty, struggle, crime, and violence. So this character has a very odd storyline, but we'll talk about that later. Here's another really good comparison of 21 Savage and T.I. All of these characters have those same eyes and the same nose, so keep that in mind moving forward. So now let's talk about the next character, which is Warren G. As you guys can see right here, Damon Wayans and Warren G look so much alike. And they even have the same gematria. Damon Wayans equals 40, and Warren G also equals 40. So not only do these two characters look alike, but Warren G looks exactly like T.I. Even though both of these characters are based off of Damon Wayans, they look more like each other than anybody else. These two characters were designed exactly the same. You know, it's crazy how much they look alike right here. A big connection is the fact that Dr. Dre is Warren G's stepbrother. As you guys can see, here's a picture of them together. And ironically, T.I. is very close to Dr. Dre. They even have multiple songs together. So here's some more pictures of them together. You know, they put this one in plain sight, because right here, this looks like Dr. Dre and Warren G, but this is Dr. Dre and T.I. Another big connection between Warren G and T.I. is Tupac, because right here it says that Warren G and Tupac had undeniable chemistry in the few times that they worked together. And then it says that Warren G produced some of Tupac's songs, so Warren G and Tupac were very close. And right here it even says that Warren G tried bailing Tupac out of jail. And the big connection here is the fact that T.I. dressed up as Tupac. You know, right here he's wearing this corset that Tupac wore in this picture. So this is a big connection between Warren G and T.I. because Warren G was very close to Tupac, and then T.I. dresses up like Tupac. And keep in mind, this corset that he's wearing is female clothing. You know, it was created for women. So this is actually a very feminine outfit that he copied from Tupac. And I talked about this in my Tupac video, so make sure you guys go check that out. The link to my Tupac video is in the description below. I recommend you guys go check that out. Now let's get into the next character, which is Ja Morant. And as you guys know, I made a video about 21 Savage and Ja Morant 9 months ago. And I showed a lot of connections between these two characters in the video. And at the time, I didn't know that Damon Wayans was the base character. So in this video, I only talked about Ja Morant and 21 Savage and all of their connections. So if you guys are interested in that video, the link is also in the description below. So I'm not really going to talk about these two characters too much in this video because I already made another video about it. But clearly, as you guys can see, Ja Morant looks so much like 21 Savage. You know, it's obvious that Ja Morant is one of Damon Wayans' characters. And a big connection with these two characters is the fact that Ja Morant equals 92 in gematria, and 21 Savage was born in 1992. So that's a big connection. And the mockery with this one is the fact that Ja Morant is literally number 12. As you guys can see, his jersey number is 12. So they really put this one right in our face. You know, he's number 12 and his other character is 21 Savage. And 12 is just a reverse of 21. The first half of their stage names have the same amount of characters because 21 is 2 numbers and Ja is 2 letters. And then Savage and Morant are both 6 letters. So both of their names literally have the same amount of letters. And there's even more mockery with this because even T.I. is 2 letters just like Ja. and 21 is 2 numbers. So do you guys really find it a coincidence that 3 of these characters have the same amount of letters in their name? And on top of that, T.I and Ja both equal 11 and 16 in Gematria, and T.I equals 29 and Morant equals 29. And then T.I's other name is Tip, and Tip equals 36, and Morant also equals 36. So now let's talk about the next character, which is Damon Wayans Jr., because for some reason, Morant looks the most like Damon Wayans Jr. As you guys can see by this comparison right here, they look exactly alike. And the mockery with this is the fact that this is Damon Wayans' son, and he looks like one of Damon Wayans' characters. And the ironic thing about this is that Damon Wayans' son has the same name as him, so they really put it right in our face. So Morant's real name is Demetrius Jamel Morant. Damon Wayans and Demetrius both equal 130, 40, and 59 in the same ciphers. And then Morant's real name and Damon Wayans' real name have the same gematria in 3 ciphers. They share the number 211, 67, and 95 in the same ciphers. And then 21 Savage's first name, Shea, equals 59, just like Demetrius and Damon Wayans. So these 2 characters have a lot in common, and they look so much alike, man. It's crazy how easy it is to see this one. Now let's get into all of their birthdays, because all of their birthdays are very close together. So Morant's birthday is August 10th. And 4 weeks later is Damon Wayans' birthday on September 4th. And then T.I's birthday is on September 25th, which is exactly 21 days after Damon Wayans' birthday. So do you guys see the mockery right there? T.I's birthday is exactly 21 days after Damon Wayans' birthday, and their other character is 21 Savage. And also, he's born on September 25th, and death equals 25, so I wouldn't be surprised if they kill off this character. And 21 Savage's birthday is 1 month after T.I on October 22nd, and 21 Savage equals 22. So that's not a coincidence that he's born on the 22nd and his stage name 21 Savage equals 22. And dead also equals 22, just like 21 Savage. So again, this character might fake his death as well. And then 1 month after 21 Savage's birthday, we get Warren G's birthday on November 10th. And Damon Wayans Jr.'s birthday is 8 days after Warren G's birthday. So that's a big connection right there. And he's born on November 18th, and die equals 18. So not only are their birthdays very connected to death, but also their names equal 83. As you guys can see right here, Wayans equals 83, just like Morant's full name and T.I's real name. And then Warren also equals 83, and murder equals 83. So one of these characters is definitely going to fake their death. And on top of that, Warren equals 38, and 21 Savage equals 38. And as you guys know, death equals 38. And right here you can see that Damon Wayans, 21 Savage, Warren, and T.I are all connected to the word death. So for sure one of these characters is going to fake their death, but only time will tell which character they're going to kill off. You know, it's most likely to be 21 Savage because he's a rapper and he has more connections to death, but I'll talk about that later on in the video. So now let's get into the Warren G connections in Gematria. So Warren G's real name is Warren Griffin. His last name Griffin equals 51, just like Shea Joseph, which is 21 Savage's real name. And then Warren G and Shea share the number 103 in the same cipher. And then Warren G and Morant's first name both equal 40. Now let's talk about the symbolism that they do. You know, I like pointing this out because a lot of people are not aware that celebrities do symbolism all the time. And it's very important to be aware of this because if you're aware of the symbolism, you won't get deceived. You know, there's so many people that don't even know that symbolism is promoted all around them. And the fact that every single celebrity does symbolism shows that none of them are real, because that's not a coincidence, you know what I mean? Like, the fact that every single celebrity is doing the same type of symbolism is not a coincidence. They're letting you know that they're all deceiving you So right here, Damon Wayans is clearly doing symbolism in plain sight, but a regular person wouldn't even notice that he's doing symbolism right there. So that's why I like to point it out for you guys. And then in this picture right here, he's pointing to his head, which is also symbolic. And 21 Savage does that a lot as well. But he's doing it like if it's guns pointing to his head, which could also symbolize that he's going to fake his death. And then right here, he has 3 different faces, which looks very weird. You know, he looks like a creature right here. And then here he is pointing guns to his head again. And then right here, he's doing one-eye symbolism. And again, he's doing one-eye symbolism right here. And just keep in mind, why would a regular person cover one eye purposely when they take a picture like this and with a rose? You know, this is obviously done on purpose. And they also cover the mouth a lot, which is very symbolic as well. Here's another picture where he's covering his mouth with money. And then right here, he's covering his mouth and one eye at the same time. And then right here, T.I is doing symbolism with his fingers on his hat. And for a second, I almost called him 21 because T.I and 21 sound very similar. But anyways, he loves doing this triangle symbolism with his hands. You know, he does that one a lot. And all of these symbols that they do with their hands have a psychological effect on your brain. Like, for example, this one right here has a big mind control over your brain when you see it. So that's why a lot of celebrities like to talk with their hands like this, so that you can believe everything they say while they're talking. You know, this is why celebrities do symbolism so much, especially when they talk. So keep that in mind. Now let's talk about the Nas connection, because 21 Savage dissed Nas recently. So I'm going to play that video for you guys right now. And then I'll play a video of T.I dissing Nas as well. And this shows that they're the same because both of them are dissing Nas for some reason. So here's the video.
What y'all saying? Relevant though? I don't feel like he's relevant. He's not relevant. He just has a loyal ass fan base.
Thank you.
He just has a loyal fan base and he still make good ass music. But
They don't
like
have a core fan base,
relevant,
bro.
Been doing this shit since I was 9 years old. You hear me? 9 years old. I've been doing this shit since I was a motherfucking jit. Nobody fucking with me. Jay and Nas, yeah, you need to bring them. Bring them. Bring them. That's who you need. Jay, Nas, Wayne, Ye. That's who you need. Bring them. Pusha T. Yeah, all them. That's who you need. Keep me trying to goddamn throw my name in the circle, in the mix with nobody, man. Ain't nobody fucking with me, nigga. Ain't nobody fucking with me.
So now let's talk about Nas. As you guys know, I made a video about this 5 months ago because Ray J is one of Nas's characters. And Ray J was doing a lot of damage control after I made that video. So I made a second video about him. And I added Kim Kardashian and Kanye in there. So both of these videos will be linked in the description below. I recommend you guys check them out. But now it seems like Nas is doing a lot of damage control with this whole 21 Savage situation. You know, it seems like every time I expose them, they do some form of damage control. So that tells me that I need to keep exposing them, because this one is very important to talk about, because a lot of people are very attached to Nas. You know, a lot of celebrities paint him as like the god of all the rappers. And that's exactly what celebrities want. They want you to worship them like a god, you know, like a deity. So this is why it's important not to love celebrities. You know, detach from celebrities as soon as possible. So be aware of what you're indulging in, so that you're not giving celebrities your energy, because they need real humans' energy to survive. That's why they want so many people to worship them. But anyways, as you guys can see, Nas and Ray J look exactly alike right here. Their eyes are exactly the same, and that's what gives it away the most with this one. These two characters look so much alike. I recommend you guys watch the original video I made about this, because I really went in detail about all of the connections between them. But here's some more comparisons for those that haven't seen the video. You know, these two look so much alike in all these pictures. It's crazy how nobody really talks about this one, because it's really in plain sight. You know, you can even see that they have the same nose right here too. So yeah, this one is very easy to see. I'm sure all of you guys can see this one, especially right here. So now let's talk about his other character, which is Malcolm. And he's a Brazilian soccer player. And as you guys can see, Malcolm looks exactly like Nas. You know, these two characters are very similar as well. And in my original video, I talked about the connections between them as well, because apparently Nas is somehow related to Malcolm X. And even though all of that is scripted, that's still a big connection because he's related to Malcolm X. And then he has another character called Malcolm. And Nas loves Malcolm X. So there's a lot of connections right there. But the biggest connection is the fact that Malcolm is a soccer player, right? Nas has a picture with his Everton jersey. And the team Everton even responded. And they tweeted at Nas. And they showed the picture of him with the jersey. So clearly, Nas has a connection to soccer because his other character is a soccer player. But the connections get even deeper because I did some research and Everton is a soccer team from the United Kingdom, right? And guess who's from the United Kingdom? 21 Savage. So do you guys see how these two characters are very connected? This shows that their beef right now is very fake and scripted. You know, everything they do is scripted beforehand because none of this is a coincidence. Everything they do is purposely done. And when I was doing research for this video, I saw this picture of Nas performing, and in the background it says 21 Street. And right now he has beef with 21 Savage. So there's a lot of weird connections between them. You know, this really shows that their beef has been scripted for a very long time. And to top it off, Nasir is Nas's real name. And Nasir equals 38, just like 21 Savage and murder. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of these characters gets killed. You know, the fact that they both equal 38 in the same cipher really shows that their beef is 100% scripted. And a weird connection with 21 Savage and murder is the fact that he literally has a song called Murder with NBA Youngboy. And I talked about this in my recent NBA Youngboy video. Make sure you guys go check that out, by the way. I talked about all of the connections that NBA Youngboy has to murder and death because his entire career is connected to it. So the link to that video is in the description below. But moving along, Nas was born on September 14th and dead equals 14 in 2 ciphers. So there's a good chance that Nas is going to fake his death. I'm not sure if they're going to do it anytime soon, but for sure they're going to do it at some point in his career. It's only a matter of time. And he hints at it a lot because Nas recently dropped his album and he has a song called Till My Last Breath. So he's kind of hinting at the fact that he might die soon. And another weird connection between them is the fact that 21 Savage has this dagger tatted on his forehead, right? And for some reason, Nas also has a dagger tatted on his arm. So that's another big connection between them right there. You know, this really shows that these two characters have been scripted for a very long time. It's really crazy how they plan these things so many years ahead. But anyways, now let's talk about all of Nas's symbolism because he does a lot of it, but a lot of people don't notice it. You know, he's one of those people that people don't expect to do symbolism, but if you really look, he does it so much, just like every other character on the world stage. So right here, he's doing one eye symbolism with his hat. And then right here, he's covering one eye again. And these pictures were like before he got really famous. And then right here, he's covering one eye again. And then right here, he's doing one eye symbolism in plain sight with his finger. But like I said, a lot of people overlook Nas and they don't really expect him to do symbolism. But he does it a lot. You know, right here, he's doing one eye symbolism again by covering one eye with his hand. And then right here, he's doing 3 different symbolisms in one. And this is all magic, by the way. That's why these pictures have a certain effect on your mind when you see them. So right here, he's covering one eye with his hat. And then he's doing the L symbolism with his fingers. And then on top of that, he's also doing the chin symbolism. So they like to take pictures where they're holding their chin like this. So that's a big one that they do a lot. You know, right here, he's doing it again. And then right here, he's doing it again. But he's also doing a triangle with his fingers. So he's doing double symbolism right there. And then right here, he's doing the pyramid again. And then right here, he's just blatantly doing symbolism. And then here he is doing it again. And he's also doing a pyramid with his thumbs right there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, this was a really detailed breakdown on all of 21 Savage's characters and Nas as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my Patreon. The links are in the description below. And also go watch my live stream with Divine Sade. We went live a couple days ago on her channel. You know, it was a really detailed live stream and we talked about many topics. So I recommend you guys check that out if you haven't. The link is also in the description below. And shout out to everybody that joined the live. It was really fun talking to you guys, and we're going to do another live stream soon on my channel, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out.